Hello, 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 guys. I'm so happy to be with you today. Yeah, Halloween is over. I know it's not over yet, but it's over in my life for the moment. Yeah, I had the most fantastic month with you guys in August doing Halloween projects. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but on to fall, my people. So let's talk about some announcements. I haven't had them in a month. You probably are like, oh my gosh, I forgot about announcements. I almost forgot about announcements. I almost started recording this and did not put announcements. See what happens? It says it takes 30 days to build a habit. I almost built one. So anyway, let's talk about Paper Pumpkin. September 10th is the last day to subscribe. So not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. I highly recommend this one. I think it's going to be stunning. Don't skip this one if you like fall, because the colors are going to be amazing. The textures, I think, are going to be amazing. And it coordinates with the Autumn Squirrel Suite collection, which I personally haven't purchased yet, but I am using an element of it in my card today, so I will show you about that. And it is going to be a stunning suite. I just knew I was doing a lot of Halloween. I didn't know if I was going to have a lot of time for fall projects before I had to start Christmas. So I didn't purchase it personally, but if I wasn't a demonstrator that showed product, I would 100% purchase it and use it because it is so gorgeous. It is the Autumn Trees and the Amber Autumn bundles. There's gorgeous designer series paper. I did buy that. The embellishments are gorgeous as well. It has this really cool ribbon. I did buy that. So I got bits and pieces. I just didn't get the bundles, but my friend Rose got the bundles, and I'm actually using one of the dies on today's project. So I get to borrow from her. So we share with each other products that we haven't purchased because we can't buy everything, but we want everything, right? And so she really helps me out, and we live close to each other. So it makes it very simple to share back and forth. And you're going to love today's card because it's pretty awesome. But speaking back to Paper Pumpkin, do not miss out on this kit. It's going to be amazing. It's going to make 9 cards, 3 each, 3 designs with 9 coordinating envelopes. You can see the 3 colored envelopes there. It's going to have metallic foil details, grosgrain ribbon trim, pre-cut paper pieces, printed sentiment labels, and the colors that are coordinating for this are Cajun Craze, which I'm actually using today in today's card. That's going to be the Stampin' Spot, Crumb Cake, Darling Duckling, Early Espresso, Pecan Pie, and Timid Tiger. And don't forget, it's going to coordinate with the Autumn Squirrel Suite, which you can purchase starting tomorrow. That's another announcement. Starting tomorrow, the mini catalog will be available. The new mini. You can start purchasing out of this amazing catalog, and there will also be some new online exclusives that you can purchase from. This catalog has so many great things in it. You're going to absolutely love this catalog. So yes, sneak peek of one of the products today, and you can purchase this tomorrow. So, Fall for Twal is the next Paper Pumpkin. Get it. Speaking of Paper Pumpkin, this is the coordinating add-on, and this is the final month of this set of add-ons. So if you haven't purchased this set of add-ons, it's $12. It has the hello, it has the strawberry that you can make, it has an acorn that you can make, which will actually go with the kit for the September. There's a fall leaf, which also goes with September. You have a circle. It's a really cute circle. Tiny flowers, tiny leaves, really, really cute. So get the coordinating add-on. It's amazing. It is, I think 9 dies for $12. So pretty good deal. Okay, let's talk about my Inky Hands crew. It is a group of ladies that subscribe and support my business. And when they choose to support my business, either to thank me for all the project ideas that I give them, for the support that I give them, for the friendship that I give them, for the inclusion that I give them, for the community that I've built. I don't know why, but there's something about me that resonates with them and they want to support my business. So I started this group called the Inky Hands Crew. It's a membership program and I give you a 6-project class every month. It does not come with the kit, but it comes with the ideas and it comes with 6 videos, and you can purchase the products or use something in your stash and make the 6 projects. And it's a nominal fee of $7.99 a month. You can try it out for 1 month. If you don't like it, you can cancel. You can cancel at any time. I highly recommend that you don't, because you may miss the next month, and I don't do past months at this moment. It is something I'm considering at a higher price than the $7.99 to sell previous months, but I have not done it yet. It is something on my radar though. A couple people have asked because they've joined and missed some of the months, and it's something that I am working on, but it just hasn't happened quite yet. But this month, at the end of the month, well actually, yeah, this month at the end of the month will mark 3 years for the start of the 3rd year of the Inky Hands crew. So I highly recommend that you join. It has been my joy to make projects specifically for those people who choose to support me. Nobody else ever sees the projects. You have to be a member to get them, so they're completely exclusive. And it's just a really nice way for you guys to support my business. Another really nice way for you guys to support my business is by something that's called Buy Me a Coffee. If you go to my website, which is inkyhandswarmhearts.com, and look at my blog posts, every blog post has this embedded button that says Buy Me a Coffee. And if you click on it, it brings up a window, and it talks a little bit about how I feel about sharing my ideas and designs with you guys, what the community means to me, and how your support really allows me to be able to do these things. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to make these videos and take the time out of my day to do so many ideas for you. So it really is crucial that I get support, because so many demonstrators are not business demonstrators, and they come and they take my ideas and they use my ideas, which is what I give them for. Absolutely, for people to use them. But what I'm saying is they don't make a purchase from me. They don't buy products from me, but they use my ideas and they make lots of things. And this is a way for people in other countries, in the Australia and the UK, for them to be able to support my business without being in my country, because they can't purchase from me, but they can purchase this membership. They're not getting any product, so it's fine for them to be able to send me support, and they get class videos in return. That is allowable. And it's also a way for those of you who are hobby demonstrators, or you buy Stampin' Up for the discount. You get a demonstratorship for the discount, but you're taking ideas from other people. And these are ways for you to support those people that are giving you these ideas, and I'm one of them. So if you would be interested, you would click on that. I think it pops up a minimum $10 donation, but you can put any amount you want into the little area that says type amount here. And so if you want to send $1, you can send $1. Like, it's really very, very, very easy. And I would absolutely adore your help. So please, please, please consider joining my Inky Hands crew. You're going to get a class every month, which are exclusive videos exclusive measurements, all for you. And I really would appreciate the support. Okay, Bunch of Thanks kit. This was last month's kits, but they're still available. Bunch of Thanks, super cute. I love that they're like these little bouquets of flowers. It was on sale through the 31st because it had in color. So let's erase that because it's no longer on sale. It's $23 for this kit, and it is 8 cards, 4 each, 2 different designs, but so cute. The Harvest Home kit is a garland kit. This one is so fun. I can't wait to make it. I think it's going to be really cute on the mantle of my new home because we will be moving in September, at the end of September, and it's going to be perfect up there. I'm so excited to make this really fun garland. It's made out of paper. It's 5 foot 5 inches long, and it makes 1 garland. It's $22. I think it's a really unique home decor item. And then the other card kit that they had is one called Brighten Your Day. It is a non-stamping kit. It comes with 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. You have Fresh Freesia, Balmy Blue, and I believe it might be Petal Pink, but I think it might be, yeah, I think it's Petal Pink. So if you want a pastel kit, if you like pastels, this is the way to go. And you get 9 cards. It's non-stamping, so it goes together quite quickly. You have a bird, some florals, and then some fern leaves. Really pretty. Grab your kit. Now, Halloween. It came out with the online exclusive that happened a couple months ago. And if you've been living under a rock, you haven't seen the fact that I've made 28 projects for you. 28 treat projects for you in Halloween. So if you have missed those, go to my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com, or go in the channel. After this video, I will have a link in the top corner. Like, there'll be a top corner which will show you another video, but in the bottom left corner, there's going to be a playlist. All of my Halloween projects I've ever made are there. But if you scroll to the bottom of that list, my last 28 projects are there. So you can catch up, watch what you missed. They're all on my channel. Or you can go under videos and you can see all the latest ones that I've done. The videos tab on my channel. So do not miss my Halloween because it is so fun. And the projects I made were so fun. Oops, this was supposed to go over the top of the kits collection. Can you tell I haven't done announcements in a while? So let me put that where it belongs for next time. This kit is still available as well. The Sweet and Spooky kit, Birthday Fancy kit, those were July kits, so you can catch those. Game night. We had so much fun for August game night. We used paper hugs. The video is up. I will be sending out the kits at some point this week to all of the people who joined that class. It's a class I do every single month. We play a game of Lucky Number, which you can win Stampin' Up! Product, and you get a 4-card class. So it's a really fun way to get a class from me and have a chance to win product. So check it out, and I hope that you'll join us this month. I haven't decided what I'm doing for the bundle this month, but it will be something good, I promise. I'll announce it probably next Tuesday. Okay, so let's talk about Creativity Abounds. This is the design team that I'm on, and every single month we do a tutorial bundle. It's available for sale on the 3rd Wednesday of every month. We get a new one, and we also do a blog hop to commemorate that. This month's blog hop on the 17th of September, which is the 3rd Wednesday, will be bonus projects that we will be having in our stamp camp. 3 times a year, we do a stamp camp when the new catalogs come out. So with each mini catalog and with the annual catalog, we do a stamp camp. And I would love for you to purchase Stamp Camp from me and join. It is a fantastic way for you to use a stamp set and use it to the fullest. I mean, I'm promising you, you will never use a stamp set this much ever. This month's our Christmas, and if you want to get a jump on Christmas, you should join our Stamp Camp. The Stamp Camp will be in October, but it is going to be so much fun. But when you are done, you will have 26 Christmas projects completed. So it's a fantastic way to get a lot of projects done. We're going to be using Modern Christmas, which is going to be in the mini. I cannot show you the product yet, but I will next Tuesday. Actually, on Thursday, I can show you the bundle we're using and I can promote, but I'm already starting to take registration. So if you're interested in Stamp Camp, put Stamp Camp in the comments so that I know, and I will write a list and I will send you guys the registration for Stamp Camp so that you can register. All right. That's it for that. Speaking of Halloween projects, this is the first year since I've been doing a Halloween that I have not made paper piecing patterns. I know, I'm kind of sad about it, but it has been a very busy year for me because we're moving. We put a bid on a house in May and all the stuff that happens with that. And I have just been literally busy since May. And I just did not have time. Paper piecing patterns take a lot of time to draw out and sketch and then create. So I didn't have any paper piecing patterns this year, but if you want my old paper piecing patterns, they're still amazing. You can still use your stash of DSP. You can still use your cardstock to make them. They are available for sale in my online store. So I have my 2024 Halloween paper piecing patterns, which there's 13 patterns. I usually charge $2 for each project in the PDF. This PDF has 13 projects, so it's $26. The 2023 has less projects, so it's a little bit less expensive, but they're all also quite awesome. And then the 2022 projects are also fun. So I hope that you look into these paper piecing patterns. They are available on my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com. You're going to be able to go to shop, and then there's a section that says PDF, tutorials, and retired product store. Yes, I also have retired Stampin' Up product for sale in my online store as well, so you can get that there. I also have a couple Easter paper piecing patterns, and I hope by Easter I'm going to be good enough and in the house and fine that I can make some new Easter patterns, but I happen to not get any out for Halloween this year, but it's okay. Okay, so that was a lot of talking, guys. Are you like over it? Because it was quite a bit. I am going to go ahead and get started on our project, but a lot of things to talk about. I haven't had announcements for a while, and yeah, so today's project is our adorable little squirrel. How cute is he? He is just precious. And I'm going to teach you how to make this amazing little card with the Fluffy Squirrel Bundle. It's a punch bundle. I love me a good punch bundle. This is a punch bundle, and it's pretty cool. So I'm also going to be using the two staples, Nested Essentials and Stylish Shapes. We're going to use those. And lots of fun with this set. I'm going to use it again on Thursday, so I hope you'll come back to my Thursday live at 8 p.m. If you're new today and you are catching me for the first time, please say hi. Let me know who you are in the chat. I always love to see who's watching. I would love to have you join our community every Tuesday and Thursday night. We have such a great group of ladies that are every single Tuesday, Thursday night. We hang out, we have fun, we chat, we laugh, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to teach you how to make this really fun card, which stands like this. So cute. All right, I'm going to put it in the corner here, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first piece we have is our cardstock base. Whoops, my back of my piece. I'm going to put this up here. So it's 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to score it at 5 1/2. And we're going to burnish. Okay. The next step is going to be to put the background on. Okay, so this is a piece of Cajun Craze cardstock. So the background is this leaf background, and it is from Amber Autumn. It's a bundle that will be available starting tomorrow. I don't own it, but my friend Rose does, and we die cut some of these. but I wanted there to be a slight hint of the Cajun craze. So these are quarter sheets that we cut, that we die cut, because this is a background die that is included in that beautiful suite. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna slowly take just a hairline off of this side. Let's see how that looks now. Is that enough? Nope, I need a little bit off the other side. So we're gonna match it up and make the sides even. All right, so let's see what that looks like. Yes, that's the right amount I want on each side. Now I'm gonna do the top and the bottom. So I'm just gonna take a hair off of this side and let me look and see if that's enough. It's not, so we're gonna get some off the other side as well. Let's see. I think I cut too little off of that side. Yeah, I need a smidge more. A smidge more. So you're just gonna keep going back and forth. Cut a little bit off at a time because you can't put it back, but you can cut more off. So just start with a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I think I need just a tiny, tiny hair more. So a tiny more hair. So that's what happens when you're super conservative. All right, but it's okay. We would rather be conservative. So I just want a little, there we go, that's perfect. Just a little tiny bit showing around the whole piece. So a little bit of that Cajun craze. So like I said, it's easier if you have a larger piece when you throw the die on top. So that's why I cut those 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then we die cut them. Well, actually Rose die cut them for me. But this is the funnest background. So we're gonna put some glue on it and we're gonna add that onto the back. As you can see, there's some other color back there, but pretend it's not there. It's, I had, for my daughter's graduation, she wanted a certain look for her nurse. She's got a BSN and her nurse graduation. So I printed a bunch of things on some different colors of cardstock. And she didn't want this color, but I'm not going to throw it away. It's good Stampin' Up cardstock. I knew I could use the other side, and that's what I did, see? So I went ahead and die cut this with the back side having her printed information for her graduation on it. All right, I'm just adding a little bit of dots to the more solid leaves to really help keep this nice and attached. Okay. So we're gonna pull this up. I'm gonna move that out of the way. We're gonna add, whoa! See, I almost dropped it. We're gonna add this onto our piece. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Love it. Okay, there's my background. Now, as for this glue here, we're gonna wipe it away, I guess, with a baby wipe. Baby wipes live in my drawer, and baby wipes for the win every time. All right. So that's our background. The next thing we're gonna do is we are going to tie a really cute little bow around. Now, this is quite a bit. It's about 24 inches or 25 inches of ribbon, but I wanted a pretty amazing bow. So if you want an amazing bow, you need a lot of ribbon. It takes a lot of work to be amazing, especially if you're a bow. So I'm just gonna tie this, and I'm gonna tie it into a knot. So I'm just gonna hold that tight right there and tie a knot. And then this is going to sit like that for right now. And I'm going to bring it a little bit farther down. It's not quite that high on my card here. But this is going to mark the focal of my card. I think that's too low now. I think I'm gonna bring it a smidge more high. There we go. All right. So what's gonna happen next is once you've tied that little knot, you see these flaps that are on the end here? We're gonna trim them. That means we're gonna cut long ways down the length of this ribbon. So right down the center, I'm gonna cut all the way till I get to the knot, but I'm not gonna cut the knot. I'm just gonna work my way all the way down like that. So I have 2 on this side. Let's get 2 on the other side. This is such beautiful ribbon. This is the gold striped mesh ribbon. It is so pretty. All right, so now we have, see how pretty that is already? So pretty. So what we're gonna do with these pieces is we are going to loop them like this and make a bow. Take your 2 bunny ears, cross them, bring the one that's in the front through the hole there, and tie your bunny ear bow. Okay, and you're gonna just let it do its thing. You're gonna kind of make sure that you have enough tail and enough loop. Okay, then we're gonna work the other side. All right, so we're gonna loop, loop. Come on, work with me, little ribbon. All right, and then we're gonna do the same thing. Cross, bring it through, and tie. All right, so the most important thing is after you've tied, you wanna make sure that you have nice tails and nice loops. Okay, I think this one's perfect size actually. So now you're gonna have all this little stuff going on here, which I'm telling you, it's the right way to go. All right, and I'm gonna take my nested essential dies, and I call these the coffin dies. It reminds me of Dracula's coffin. And I didn't take the smallest, but the second smallest, okay? And I cut it from this beautiful autumn paper. It is called Splendid Autumn. It is a watercolored pack of really beautiful scenes, but the backs are all solid, but with some watercolor look to them. And I took this color here, which has this on the back, and I cut my second smallest coffin. This is going to go over the top of all that loopiness that's going on. So in the center here, you have a lot of lift from the knots. So we don't need to put any dimensionals in the center of this piece. So we're just going to work our way around the outside. So these ends definitely need them. These points definitely need dimensionals. And then I'm going to use the minis. Oops, almost stuck that in the wrong spot. And then these areas here. So that leaves the center for those knots to find their way, but it still gives a lift on our whole project, okay? Let me get these dimensionals out of the way. All right, so just push them down, make sure, and I'm gonna grab my little pinch ball. We're gonna pull the backs off, and we'll add our label over the top of our ribbon pieces. Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, so this piece is going to get attached directly over this fun part. So you're going to push that into place, and there is our little label over the top. Looking good so far, right? So cute. Okay, next, What's next? I don't know. Something. Next we're gonna stamp our squirrel. All right, so our squirrel is gonna be stamped in Smoky Slate and Basic Gray. So the outline of our squirrel, which this is a 2-step stamp set. So here's our squirrel outline, and then here's the inside of the squirrel. It's quite cool. Then we're also going to use this adorable little acorn and this sentiment that says, "May you gather happiness." So we're going to start by stamping the outline first. Yes, it's more important that you stamp the outline first, in my opinion, but if you prefer not to, then don't. But this is how I roll. So there's my squirrel. Okay, I'm going to clean off my stamp. And then I'm going to add the inside of this cute little squirrel. Okay, and he is not going to go in Basic Gray. He's going to go in Smoky Slate. So the outline is darker than the inside. Okay, so we're going to ink him up, get him nice and gray. Okay, I think he's ready. And we're going to hover. I'm going to bring it down, guys, because I cannot see good if I have it too high up, and I want to line him up just right. Okay? So give me a minute, and I will. You hover over the top, and then you're going to give it a nice press. There's our little cutie. Isn't he precious? Love him. All right, let's punch him out with our Fluffy Squirrel Builder punch. So when you get your punch, you're going to flip it like this. You're going to bring your piece inside. And yes, I'm going to punch a acorn at the same time, but that's okay. I don't need that acorn. I'm going to punch other ones. All right, so there's our squirrel. With the piece that I have left over here, I'm gonna stamp, I need 4 acorns. So I'm gonna grab my Basic Gray. And I'm gonna start at the top and work my way down, okay? So I don't know if I cleaned my squirrel. I think I did, but I'm just gonna double check because the acorn's on the same piece. Okay, so we're gonna stamp an acorn at the top, okay? And then another one, another one, and another one, okay? And I'm going to cut these into strips. Hopefully they will fit. I'm also going to take this little crosshatch. I'm going to show you how to decorate the tops of the acorns. First, let me make sure that these acorns are going to fit and I don't have to do it on the back side. Let's see. Once I cut it into strips, I'm not going to have much to hold on to. I think I'm going to do it on the back side. Let's do it on this side. So when you do it on this side, you have something to hold on to with the strip. So I think, because you have to look, it's going to come in from this side. It's easier. So I should have stamped them. Let me try again. On this side instead of the other side. All right, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then once I've stamped my 4 acorns, we are going to do the little tops. So I decorated the little tops. There's this stamp in this set, I'm going to show you, and it has these little lines. And I like to think that that's the top of the acorn cap. You know how it has those little lines on it? So I wanted the top to be on my acorn cap here. Well, it's kind of impossible to do, guys, just letting you know. So I'm using these little things and I'm just sticking it right in the corner, and I'm just getting a couple of those little X's and not too many of them, and I'm stamping them like that on my acorn cap. you can also take a little pen if you're not as adventurous as me, and stamp. If you're not as adventurous as me, you could always do a little pen. But, you know, I like to challenge myself to only use a certain part of the stamp. All right, so there are my acorn caps. See how they have a little bit of crosshatch on them now? So now we're going to color them in. And we're going to use Crumb Cake Light for the bottom and Pecan Pie Light for the top. So we're going to go ahead and color these in. I'll start with the tops first. Okay. I'm having a hard time opening my blends lately. I don't know. They're giving me a hard time. I'm not exactly sure why. They're like getting stuck. All right. So there we go. So there's the top. And then the bottom is light crumb cake. All right, so there's my acorns. So what I'm going to do now is cut these into strips so I have something to hold on to. This one's not going to give me very much, but at least I'll have something. And then this one will have a long strip here. All right, we'll start with this little shorty first. This is what I mean about doing it on the other side, because see how I have now something to hang on to when I put it in my punch? So there's that one. One. Trash. Here's number 2. So whenever you use a punch to punch out just portions, you have to kind of think about which direction am I going to slide my paper in and all that good stuff. And that's why I had to change and stamp on the other side instead. So there's our third acorn, and then here's my last one. I'm going to save this because it actually has quite a bit for me to stamp more acorns, but there's my 4 acorns. All right, and the reason that I needed so many acorns is because the inside of my card is going to be very vanilla. And in the bottom corner, I wanted to stamp this little hash, crisscross, I don't know what to call it, crosshatch. I wanted to stamp it a few times in a row, like that. Isn't it so cute? Same color, Cajun Craze, as the outside cardstock, which is why we love Stampin' Up so much, right? The color coordination. What's cool about this little squirrel is that he can hold an acorn. So we're going to put a dot of glue on his hands on the back side, and we're going to have him hold his acorn. I'm going to angle it a little more. And there he is holding on to his little acorn. Okay, so on here we're going to attach our little acorn. So I'm going to flip them over, put some glue on the back. Grab my tweezers, and we're just gonna space them around here wherever we want them to live. But I wanted 3. I thought it would be cute to have 3. All right, so there are my little acorns for the inside. There is the other part of her invitations. Okay. She graduated in May. All right, so we're gonna add this to the inside. This is a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of Very Vanilla for the inside. There we go. Look how cute that is. All right, so now let's add our outside. So we're gonna add a circle from the Stylish Shapes. That's what our sentiment is gonna live on. And it is the third smallest circle. This is Pecan Pie. And then the Amber Autumn stamp set has these leaves that match the background. So Rose Cut Me leaf in Very Vanilla as well. We're going to be using that. So we're going to need Cajun Craze, and we're going to stamp our sentiment on our circle here. So the sentiment says, "May you gather happiness." And you know how squirrels gather everything. So I think this is a perfect sentiment to have a little squirrel on your card. So there's my sentiment. May you gather happiness. Cajun Craze ink on Pecan Pie. All right, so I used Smoky Slate, Basic Gray, and Cajun Craze ink. We've used our punch. We've used quite a few stamps. We've used a background from a brand new set, Amber Autumn. And we're going to use some embellishments in a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna start with our squirrel, and we're gonna lay out how we want this to live on our piece here, okay? So I think we want our squirrel to be attached to our May You Gather Happiness. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue. You guys know I like to do things as a unit. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on the front part here of his acorn because it's going to attach onto the sentiment. And when you lay it flat and you get all of this set up and it's one unit, it makes it so much easier to attach later. So now I have them as one unit. So I'm gonna go ahead, add my dimensionals. I'm only gonna add them down the middle because remember, they're gonna be on these edges. We don't need a lot of dimensionals on this one. I know you guys are shocked and appalled, but it's the truth. So we're only gonna put a few. We're gonna put here, and then I'm gonna test it to make sure that I have enough because you know I love me some dimensionals. So we're gonna make sure that we have enough. I think I will need some minis here. I don't think I need maybe a mini up here on his tail. I think we're good. His feet and this bottom section are gonna have some. So I think I'm gonna need that there, and I think I'm gonna need one here. Let's test and see. All right, that's good. It has support. His head needs a little bit of support, so we're gonna add a mini up there because I don't think I need, I'm gonna put a couple of these. Let's see how that is. Yeah, that's good. Does his foot? I think his foot needs a little help, so we're gonna trim. And this is how you do, just play until you get it just right, okay? So we'll add that there. And I'm gonna put a mini right here and on the acorn itself, right here. All right, let's see. That looks pretty good. I think we're good now. Yeah. Maybe in this top corner, I need a little mini. All right, I think we're happy. I don't think his tail's all off of there, so that's good. All right, let's do it. Let's pull these puppies off of here. And we'll attach our little squirrel and our sentiment onto our label. This green is perfect. You guys don't know how many colors I die cut out to try and find the right color to put on this piece. And even the circle, I cut 3 different colors. I cut Cajun Craze, I cut Crumb Cake, and I ended up with Pecan Pie. I don't have the coffin dies that I cut handy for me to show you, but I cut a bunch of them. All right, So that's good for this. Let's add our little guy on here. So we're gonna put his little feet on the label, set him up so he's even. So you want a little bit amount to show here and a little bit to show there. That looks awesome. And then we're gonna add this leaf to tie in our background. So it's only going to be attached on this edge here. So I'm just gonna use some wet adhesive. And you don't need, hang on, something's caught. Part of my ribbon is caught. Okay, there we go. You need to have loops on both sides. There we go. Happy now. It got caught up there. So you only need the glue on this top little section here, the stem, and then down this edge, because that's what's going to be attached to our label, that portion. Okay. So just hold on to that for a second, get it to set on your piece. All right. And there is our cute card. We just have to add some embellishments. We want to make sure our loops are showing, our tails are showing. I love the thin ribbon. And see how you could start with a thick piece on the side and then trim it down and make it the way you want. This piece here is a little frayed. I'm going to trim that off because I want it to be pretty. There we go. And we're going to add the embellishments. So let me show you. I tried a bunch of different embellishments also for this card, trying to find just the right one that would pop, that would show off the gold in that beautiful ribbon. And this is what I ended up with. So I don't know if you guys own these. They are current. They're pretty amazing on this card. So I would highly recommend that you add these to your next order, because this gold is just the perfect gold to pop this out. So these are called low profile dots, and they're pretty awesome. So we're gonna add, let me see if I can get my little take your pick tool under there. Okay, we're gonna add one here in this open area at the bottom. Look at how bright that is. It's amazing. We're gonna add another one. I'm gonna try and get my, and we're gonna put this over here somewhere. I have to figure out where. Let's see where these guys are going, these loopies. Right there. I need to make room, so I have to make sure that, I think right here on this section, and then we'll add a small one next to it. Well, if I can lift it up off of here. Okay, there we go. That's that one. And look how pretty they are. They just pop. I'm just telling you, they pop right off of your card. I'm pretty impressed with these low profile dots, and I was lucky that I had them. I don't always buy all the embellishments, but I happen to have these, and I went through my embellishment stash and I checked. They're still current. They're pretty amazing. So what do you think of how they look? See how they catch the light so well, and they go so good with the glimmer of the ribbon, that little gold edge. And at the bottom, look at that. Look at how it catches the light. It's just perfect. So what do you think of my fun little fluffy squirrel card? I think it turned out pretty great, guys. I'm loving it. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you caught me and you didn't catch me live, that's okay. Still let me know what you thought. I would love it if you would share my video. It really helps my reach. Fluffy Squirrel Bundle is the punch and the stamp set. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this fantastic card. It was so fun to be with you guys again. Thanks for being here. You're amazing. This will post on my website right after this video ends, so you can catch it there. It will have all the details of what's included and all that good stuff. I will update the post on Wednesday when this stamp set is available for me to link to, so that you guys know what to click on to purchase it. But you can just type Fluffy Squirrel on Wednesday morning in the website. And I appreciate if you shop with me. It is really a blessing to me for those of you who do choose to shop with me. And thanks for being part of tonight's live. You guys are amazing. Thanks for hanging out. I love you guys so much. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping. And if you missed my Halloween, it's right down there, guys. Click. Good night.